Okay, so now the basics. Let's go into settings. Under settings, I'm allowed to title my full name of the class. Here's a short name and the course ID. Okay, if you're working for a college or something, I wouldn't mess around with these very much. Those are something set down by the administrator. Being that this is a sandbox, I'm pretty open to change these if I need to. So this CIS 246 doesn't even exist, I don't think. Here's what I kind of want to show you is weekly format or topics format. Okay, if you're teaching something out of a book and you don't want to rely on the hectic schedule of having a weekly format, which I don't like weekly formats because what if something happens, especially at a high school level. Let's say the students had a snow day, you couldn't adjust that. Okay, you could, but then you'd be doing extra work, and why do extra work, right? Let's set it up the smart way and maybe do a topics format. And in a topics format, you're not nailed down by weeks, you're nailed down by chapters. So chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, you could do it that way. Or if I was teaching 3D modeling and animation, I would teach it, topic 1 would be interface, topic 2 would be navigation, topic 3 would be, advanced polygons, something like that. And you can set those topics right here. So I'm going to leave it on topic format just for a little bit and show you some other stuff that's very useful. I'm going to skip by stuff that is not useful. And a lot of other things that might come into play, like this one right here, maximum upload on file size. You might want to set that up right away at maybe something a little higher corresponding to your classroom setting. Sometimes the administrator only gives you 5 megs. Sometimes they give you 64. And sometimes when you host it using like bluehost.com, you're capped off at a certain area on uploads via PHP. So I would say, if you're going to Bluehost, you're kind of set to 5 megs. You can't upload more than that. And for what I teach, I really don't need anything above 5 megs, but for the example, I'm going to put 20 there. And the rest of the stuff right now, I'm going to kind of skip over because, it's one of those things that I want to touch base on later on. Maybe availability. Now, if you're teaching this at a high school level, I would say this course is not available to students, or this course is available to students. I want to say to students, and I want to give them an enrollment key, and do not allow guests in. This will protect student records, student information. So do not allow guests in, and put an enrollment key in there. That way when they type in like 1002, when they go to access your class or sign up for it, all they do is type in 1002, and voila, they're instantly in their class as a new user. Okay, let me save changes. So now you see topics format, and I can say, well, this could be a week. This could be week 1, not day 1. So I like the topics format myself. Adding users to the site is something I'm not going to be able to show you here because I don't have that power as far as the sandbox goes. It's a very easy process though, because all you do is have to go to the site, and I'll show you that at houseoftutorials.net. And I think I still got that example up if I look down here. Maybe not, so go back, open up in a new window. Let's say you're a new user and you want to get into my class and you're from the outside world. Well, you'd have to go to digital media. And keep in mind, I don't want this to happen, so this is I'll log out so it doesn't show me. Then go back into it. This is what they're going to see as far as their first startup screen. It's going to say, hey, who are you? It's going to say, do you log in as a guest? Since I have guests turned off, it'll kind of lock you out. Sorry, this does not allow guests. And that's kind of what I want. So I'll have them create a new account, and then they fill out their information. Username, blah, 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 email address, town. And, you know, some of this stuff is required, some of it's not. So, and when they create a new account, they'll be instantly booted into the system, and they'll be asked for that super secret key that I put down, and that secret key will allow them inside the actual class. So that's how new users are added to the system. So it's nothing that you have to type, it's just they get imported in based upon them signing up, much like they sign up on activities on MySpace or Facebook or something like that. So that's changing your settings and adding new users. Let's go on to the next video.